Wait, are you two Petey Twofinger? I should be uploading a music video today. We were unable to go out and do our remote music. Uh, I have a gout attack in my foot, in my right ankle. So, plus the weather's been unbelievably rainy and like 10 to 15 degrees cooler here in Chicago. I'm not sure if it's like that by you. I'm guessing it is everywhere. It's like a global thing. I'm guessing. Maybe I'm wrong about that. There's other places where the weather is normal. But here in Chicago, it's just been incredible flooding, rain, and cold. So we were scheduled to go out yesterday, and the weather was supposed to be 90 degrees, and when it's over 85 and it's going to be humid, it's just not fun. And also, my wife's working a second job, so that's kind of made it more difficult for us to get out. Summertime, I don't. I tend to want to just focus on that going out, which is loading up the car, getting supplies for whatever we're going to eat, and all that other stuff. The cooler, charging all the batteries, and then when we get back, we have to load everything in and recharge all the batteries, and then take that video, transfer that over, and then the next day I can start editing. So that this will really consume me, this process of going out as far as the spring and the fall goes. In the summer, maybe there'd be room to do some little electronic projects because it's too hot to go out. So yeah, I built a where is it? It's out of my reach. I built a Marshall Governor, and I'm going to be doing another pedal that's a gift for someone, so I can't really talk about that. And I got a couple of germanium builds coming up. So yeah, I'm doing stuff, but I'm not. I don't know. I'm kind of past trying to show off the fact that making videos about the stuff I build. I suppose I really should be doing that, but when you run into something like a gout attack and you can't walk, and you're suffering an incredible amount of pain, you're going to tend to not want to be on camera. And that's the thing. So, this video I'm going to talk about gout. I'm going to try to explain it to you. I'm going to explain what you should do. So if you're just new to gout and you don't know anything, you think you might have it, watch the whole video because I'll tell you how to get cured. Basically, it's your diet, but not so much that is it that your body has failed you. When we get older, we slow down, we mobilize, we don't eat as much. So those just changes with our body chemistry where we stop producing certain enzymes and chemicals that have to deal with the waste process. And that's what gout is. Gout is my body, for some reason, has stopped producing this enzyme that you shouldn't need when you're real old. But in my body, it stopped doing it way early. I was 25 when I got gout. Right when I had a kid, all of a sudden I'm working this job and my big toe on my right foot is like swelled up and it feels like the sharpest pain you could imagine. And I'm thinking something's wrong with these shoes. I gotta get a new pair of shoes. I'm working on this concrete. Like, oh my goodness, I'm limping. And my wife made me an appointment to see a foot doctor. I went to this foot doctor who was a hack. He told me I had something called bipartite sesamoids. It's going to be a $10,000 operation. He was going to cut me up, and I was going to have to keep going back to him. I would never be the same, and never went back to see that guy. And the whole time we were on the internet, my wife and I got on the internet around 96, I believe. So she's researching this, and she develops this theory that it's gout. So she makes an appointment for me to see arthritis doctor, and I go see this lady, and she tests my blood and says your uric acid level is through the roof. So we can give you this colchicine, and that will help to break down the cause of the inflammation and the attack. The side effect of the colchicine is gut-wrenching, doubled over diarrhea. And then you take this other pill called allopurinol, and that's going to take a long time before your body acclimates to that, and that will make sure that the gout doesn't come back. So if you're a gout sufferer, you need to be taking your allopurinol, number one. Number two, the colchicine, well, I'm sure you probably heard the story not too long ago. It was going around. There was some young, trying to make a name for himself guy in this big pharma business who started going through all the medications and finding the ones like cancer. This medicine is only for infants that have cancer. So let's jack up that price 10,000%, because no one in their right mind would ever not do whatever they could have to do to pay for it. And the same thing with gout. It's the most excruciating pain known to man. Let's jack up the medicine. So that happened with colchicine, and I stocked up. She gave me a triple prescription. I've got 2 left, but that lasted me 13 years. Might have been 12, but I rationed those 3 bottles of. They're little ones, skinny bottles, like 30 pills in there, something like that. So the nature remedy is black cherries. So if you can get fresh black cherries, that's going to be significantly cheaper. Or black cherry juice. In my case, we found an end cap at a store. They had it for $1.99, and that stuff gives you diarrhea too. If you drink 3 8-ounce glasses of black cherry juice in a day, you're going to have diarrhea. Believe me. So that's interesting that nature's remedy. Is it the same stuff? The colchicine? Is it something that they're extracting from black cherries? I would love to know. In any event, in 2016, I had this panic episode that lasted a quarter of a year. And that was really bad. They put me on Paxil after that, and I ballooned. I gained all the weight that I have now. Because I used to be, if you see me in my old videos, I wasn't as big as I am. I'm like 260 to 280 now, and I used to be, 200, 2.25. I should be 185. That was me in my prime, Anyway, in order to try to get well from that panic episode, that was worse than the gout, having a psychological thing that affected every aspect of my life, where I couldn't eat, and I couldn't breathe, and it was non-stop. It was 24 hours, like me freaking out, feeling like impending doom. And like claustrophobic episodes, just like heart-wrenching, soulless feeling that I was in hell, was what it was like. That was worse than the physical pain. With the gout, you can always stabilize yourself. Like I remember one time I had it in both of my knees, and my knees would get the size of cantaloupes and peel. The skin would peel all the way down to my ankle. It would take 3 months to recover from that, with the skin peeling. The actual attack would be a month, or usually about 6 weeks. But I remember being on the couch in Willowbrook, Illinois, and I had a TV with a VCR tuner, real bad reception. I had no remote, and I'm laying there. Well, maybe it was the fact that it was the only thing that was on. Was Caddyshack 2 with Jackie Mason, and it's a terrible movie. And I was like tripping. When you get gout in your knees, your body starts going into shock, and you develop this fever, and you get these chills. So you're going in and out of this like freezing cold thing. You've got piles of blankets on, and it's 85 in the room, and you can't walk, you can't move, and you don't want to eat anything because it'll trigger more gout. And then Caddyshack 2 is on the TV. Remember something about soup in that movie, maybe? I don't know. Or he had a show called Chicken Soup right after that, maybe? I don't know. Jackie Mason, not good. Anyway, gout, like I said, I wouldn't wish it on my worst enemy. It's this incredible thing. You have no idea how much pain that the human body is capable of producing on its own until you've had gout. And I've had this attack in my ankle. I'm going to try to bend it now. I've had this attack in my ankle for a couple weeks now, and I haven't made a video. So I wanted to explain to you what that's all about. I've got a gout attack. I'm going to be eating my allopurinol pill religiously. I'm going to be drinking the black cherry tea. And I thought I was over it. I thought I was free from gout. I hadn't had an issue for the longest time. And it just goes to show that that medicine was doing its job. So hats off to allopurinol. That's an excellent medicine. Highly recommended. Colchicine gets the finger for being so incredibly expensive. And then we also can't forget our friend the black cherry. That's nature's remedy. So if you know somebody that has gout, or if you are going to make a comment about it, make sure you specify where they get the gout. If it's in their toe or their ankle. And I really will only give a full bow to the people who suffered it in their knees, because that's when you graduate to the big boy realm. Ankle is bad. The toe, you baby. So if you've had it in your toe and you know how bad that hurts, you can't even try to imagine what it is when it gets to your ankle. And when it gets to your knee, welcome to the jungle. All right, you guys. I'll see you soon. Hopefully, the weather's I think it's gonna be an unbelievably long. I mean, are the poles reversing? What's going on? So hopefully there'll be a video of me playing at the park on Christmas. It'll be nice enough if this weather keeps going the way it's going. All right, you guys, thanks for everything. I really do appreciate the people who watch these videos and comment and all that. I'll see you guys hopefully soon.